This could very well be the best hotel in Turkey. So we just got to our first location, which was a 7-hour drive from Ankara. It's pretty far, we're pretty tired, but you may be wondering where we are, but first we gotta get a little bit of food in us. Andrea ordered a fattoush salad and I got a margarita pizza. They're pretty good. It's not the cheapest place, but it's convenient because we're here at the hotel.
Tastes good.
Now that we got some food, I wanted to mention we are in Antakya. So I've been doing some exploring and this place is amazing, but that's gonna be it for today because we're pretty tired. So we'll see you tomorrow. Amazing to be able to have this just here at the hotel. I wanted to make sure that I got some footage at night because it's all lit up and it looks amazing. But I was already asleep and I'm going back into a room to get some sleep myself because tomorrow we're getting an early start. Good morning everyone, we are headed for breakfast. We're here at breakfast and per usual they have a ton of variety. Even order made omelets and then they have all types of breads, cheeses like they normally do for Turkish breakfast. Andrea's getting some stuff. We'll see what else we can get. Per usual I got a ton of bread and some cheese with some sweet stuff.
Got bread, olives, cucumbers, and stuffed mushroom. The breakfast was included with our stay. Everything was good. From here, we're gonna go to get our museum tickets so we can get into the museum.
Yeah, so we're actually staying at the museum hotel and this hotel was built on top of a museum and we are allowed free entrance because we're staying here. So we just have to go get them at the front desk. This is one of the special things about this hotel is that, you know, it's right over mosaics and different ruins that they found. This is primarily the reason we came to Antakya and we won't have time for much more else, but this is definitely worth coming for.
10 out of 10.
So we are now headed into the museum. You just have to exit the hotel and just right around the corner is the entrance to the actual... What?
This is a lizard.
But I was always getting scared. There's the entrance to the museum and again they give us a ticket so we don't have to pay for it since we're staying here already. Super convenient to stay at the museum hotel if you're going to look at this museum. And right at the entrance there's this shop that was already distracting Andrea.
It's so quiet here and it seems like we're the first ones here.
As we're looking at all these pieces and all these artifacts, it's amazing to just think of how much expertise is required for finding these things and then also identifying what's actually an artifact and what is just maybe something that's not relevant to the era or a rock or something like that. So it's amazing to see all this work and of course all the effort that was put into this.
What he said.
So after learning a few things in the exhibit, we're now out here in the outside portion of the museum, which is actually the foundation of this hotel. The hotel itself is situated above the museum. We were reading inside that this city used to be a big part of the Roman Empire before it was conquered by the Ottomans. And it did host a lot of culture, a lot of intellect, a lot of people that were very important back in the Roman Empire. So it's interesting to be able to see how all this is now, but even more so to imagine what it would be so many years ago.
If you look closely, you can see that the ground mosaic is a bit wavy. And we learned that that's because it's been damaged due to earthquakes and floods, and that's what causes us to have that effect.
Now, I'm not sure if this is true, but the person that helped us check in said that this is the largest mosaic in the world, and it does look pretty big. Who knows if that's accurate or not, but it is definitely very impressive.
The mosaic over here is like the design that's in our room. Also, the bird design, you can see it in the lobby on the ceiling. You can see more animals here. That one just had birds. This one has deer and lions, tigers and wolves.
It's amazing that we're at the end of the hotel and you can see how extensive this actually is, but also how big the hotel is. There are a ton of rooms and a ton of space for you to walk around here.
I like that there's different walkways that you can walk through everything and see over the city. You can see these tubes. They're on different parts of the structures. We learned that that's the water system that was used during this period. We got a room facing the city so we can see the mountains from our room. Here I saw that some of the rooms are actually, they have a balcony that are facing the mosaics. So I'm sure at night it looks really nice because you could see how they light up.
And it's interesting the way they built this because these are all sort of like pods that are elevated. Super cool and I think innovative concept for how you can experience a museum.
We're just learning about the Roman baths. They had different baths, cold or hot depending on the climate, and it was a big part of social life. That's the main restaurant for the hotel and they serve traditional Antakya food from this region.
And of course you get to overlook all of the museum. Maybe we'll go there for lunch, we'll see.
So there's mosaics here and then there's mosaics further down.
So there's many different levels to this and it's so impressive that this was created so many years ago and just how intricate it is. This piece is amazing.
This is very detailed. It says that because of the intricate design of the mosaic, it shows that the owner of this house was a wealthy person and from an intellectual background. One cool thing that we noticed is that we're right underneath the lobby and you can see the bird design on the ceiling from here.
We weren't sure why there were so many birds across the hotel, but when you see these mosaics, you see that they're very prominently featured in all of the mosaics. And so that makes sense why they would have it as part of the design in the hotel.
So here in the museum hotel, the design is actually like open air concept. So there's different layers where you can get like nice breezes of air coming in.
Yeah, so it's great that it's open air because we are in the southeast of Turkey, which can get pretty hot. Not only that, but it gives it a different feel as if you are out exploring the ruins casually, but actually you are inside of a hotel.
I think the museum is really great. It's cool. We're like on the lower level exploring everything, and on the top level you can experience the hotel. Wish we could stay here longer.
Yeah, and just as we're finishing up, there's a crowd of little kids coming in to tour it, so perfect timing. So very clever of them. They have the gift shop as you exit and enter. You're gonna see what we can find here.
Here they have some coasters that match some of the mosaics down in the museum. I don't like heights. We're on the top floor that has the gym, breakfast, and spa. And then down here is the room floors, and then the bottom is a cafe, restaurant area, and then after that is the museum.
Now we're heading outside to the terrace.
I got my glasses. This is cool. I mean, you can see the mountains as we're driving on our way here, but the scale of them up close is nice.
So when you visit, definitely come enjoy the terrace. It's also cool that they have all these little sort of relaxation spots outside that you can just sit and enjoy. Some of them have a water fountain, stuff like that. So it's cool just to relax here. So this is the indoor pool and we'll show you the outdoor pool. So they also have this really cool wraparound porch, which is great because you have a view of the city and you can just come out here and enjoy the sun. And here is the outdoor pool. So now that we sort of toured around the hotel, it's time for the tour of our room, which of course Andrea will do the honors.
We're staying in room 1249. What? Or is this room 1249? This is our room. We stayed here for one night. It's called the Superior Suite, which is a fancy way of saying the basic suite. So as you walk in, we've got two closets. On our left, we got the bathroom. We got both a shower and a bathtub. Open concept bathroom toilet area. The vanity is kind of small, but the large mirror makes up for the small vanity. On this side is the bathtub, and you can see this design here looks really nice at night when you turn on the bathroom light. It's kind of like a night light on the other side of the room. Here you have the coffee, tea area, and down here we've got a mini fridge. As you walk in, we've got desk TV area here, which is right next to the balcony. Here we have a queen size bed. It was comfortable. This wallpaper is similar to the mosaic down at the museum. And then over here, like I was mentioning on the other side in the bathroom, you can see the design. The room's design has a lot of copper. I noticed this morning that there's a night light, and you can just put it back in and it turns off. This area is just a comfy couch area. Actually, not that comfy, that kind of hurt. It looked comfy when you were sitting here. So we got a little coffee table overlooking the view. We got the city view, and like we mentioned before, you can either get the city view or the museum view.
Overall, it's a great room, and breakfast was included, so that's great. The couch is a bit firm, but it's still comfortable, and we really like the aesthetic of all of this. Unfortunately, it's time to check out. But before we head out, I think we're gonna try to grab lunch here again. What's cool about these is that you can just scan the QR code and then it'll bring up the menu. And of course, it's great to be eating here with view.
We both ordered a fettuccine alfredo. It's only noon and we're the only ones here.
So that's gonna be it for our stay here at the Museum Hotel. This could very well be the best hotel in Turkey. See you next time.